The Last Kingdom has some phenomenal acting for a television series. Nowadays, television has become much more of a cinematic experience with bigger sets, stories, and better acting/performances. The Last Kingdom's cast all really admire one another's acting skills, and one recently commented on another's in an interview. So stay tuned to today's video as we discuss what The Last Kingdom's Eliza Butterworth had to say about her co-star Alexander Dreymon. First of all, what did Eliza Butterworth say about Alexander Dreymon? Sadly, The Last Kingdom is coming to an end, and its cast are saying their heartfelt goodbyes to one another. During an interview, Eliza Butterworth gave props to one of the biggest and best actors in the series, Alexander Dreymon. Dreymon, of course, plays Uhtred in this power struggle drama, and has done so for 5 seasons now. He has given a phenomenal performance throughout the series, and it's nice to see the rest of the cast talk so proudly about his career. The actress stated, "I'm going to first and foremost say it. Alexander Dreymon is the most sensational actor I think I've ever watched in my life. I was watching every episode and going, what can he not do? Because when he feels the feels, he feels the feels and you feel it with him. If somebody dies, when anything happens, all the deaths that you think Uhtred has experienced throughout his life is momentously horrific. Yet the guy has all the compassion to carry on and fight for people that often don't even see his value." Eliza continued, "Alexander just blows me away, and I just have to say it because he's our lead character and is just mind-blowing." As well as praising her co-star for his portrayal, she also revealed he was just as intentional behind the scenes. She continued, "He even directed episode 2. He has been at the front of everything. All the decisions in the show, like where characters go. He's so active in the entire story." She went on to say how dedicated and hardworking Alexander really is. "He brings his all to this role, and you can really see that translate onto screen really well. Of course, it looks like The Last Kingdom's final book is actually being dedicated to Alexander as a thanks for bringing the main character to life, and making sure that The Last Kingdom carried on forward. Though the series is now over, it had a long run. 5 seasons to adapt all of these books must have been tough for the writers, even when cutting stories out to make sure they can adapt the main portion of the story. It came out really well, and anyone who has read the books beforehand will tell you how amazing this adaptation truly is. The Last Kingdom will stand tall as one of the best and most beloved series of all time. It's done so well that so many shows have started just because of it, adapting the show's style, character traits, and even setting. It really began a new era of television, didn't it? Well, let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Also, tell us how you feel about the ending of The Last Kingdom and Eliza's comments on Alexander. And now on to some other The Last Kingdom information and television content from the last few weeks. Next, why The Last Kingdom was cancelled, and what does the future hold for The Last Kingdom? Though the series was going pretty strongly, Netflix at the time had a track record of cancelling many shows for seemingly no reason. Shows that were doing super well and shows that had a very strong fan base were cancelled out of nowhere. This cancellation brought up ideas of more content happening soon, but that doesn't seem to be the case. There are many more stories to cover and more books to adapt. It doesn't look like Netflix or any other streaming platform care about carrying on this series. However, though it seems like Netflix don't care, they have actually announced a film based upon The Last Kingdom. We're getting a film named The Last Kingdom Movie 7 Kings Must Die. This has been announced as a sequel to the series, and will follow on from the ending that Season 5 gave us. Though the series won't continue with more seasons, this film should wrap things up and end the series on a high note. Sadly, fans aren't getting more than this, but at least this movie is set to be amazing and funded by Netflix. What do you think about this? Let us know down in the comments section below. Should the series get another season, or are you happy with just a movie sequel? Let us know. Now, here are some shows just like The Last Kingdom as rated by the fans. The first show you should be watching if you loved The Last Kingdom is none other than House of Cards. This show is completely ended and has some amazing reviews. Though the final season didn't work out as it should have and the story kind of goes off the walls when Kevin Spacey left, it's overall an amazing show to get into. It's also all on Netflix, ready for you to watch. The struggle for power is a huge theme in The Last Kingdom, and House of Cards is fully about that theme. The series is full of political moments where characters are fighting to gain some sort of power over one another. Though the series isn't set in the same time period at all as The Last Kingdom, the same power vibes are all throughout House of Cards. If you loved The Last Kingdom, you should really give House of Cards a shot. Even if you just watched the first season of it, it's nice to give another show a shot. Sons of Anarchy might not be the type of show you would expect to see in a list about Last Kingdom, but these series do have some similarities for its audience to enjoy. Though Sons of Anarchy is about a modern-day biker gang, the themes of tribes and groups really plays into this show, and of course so it does in The Last Kingdom. Jax is the main character of the series. He bristles under authority, including that of his own mother, played to sinister perfection by Katie Sagal, the de facto leader. In a way, Jax was once royalty but essentially now has to prove himself all over again. Just like Uhtred in Sons of Anarchy, rather than fight for a whole kingdom, they fight for their territory and their states. It's a really cool show and something you should definitely check out. Peaky Blinders is an amazing show even if you aren't a huge fan of The Last Kingdom, but these shows do in fact have some similarities and are both amazing. Peaky Blinders is set in a Britain post-World War II, so tension is very high. It follows gangsters trying to control Birmingham and fight against other groups. It's all about family and bonds. Business plays a huge role in the show as well, and it feels like a different version of The Last Kingdom. Tom Hardy also is in the show and he really makes up some of the best parts. Let us know if you would recommend this to others. One final show we recommend to watch is The Witcher on Netflix. This show is completely fantasy and follows Geralt of Rivia and his adventures as a monster hunter, known as a Witcher. Though this series is completely fictional and not historic at all like The Last Kingdom, The Witcher has many elements that fit themes in The Last Kingdom. Many of The Witcher moments feel straight out of something like The Last Kingdom and really make them seem similar, from medieval battles to sword fights in hillside areas. All of this makes this really cool project that any The Last Kingdom fan should check out at some point. And finally, what is going on with Netflix and canceling all these shows? Though they haven't been doing it a lot recently, Netflix and many other streaming services have been canceling shows left and right, and for seemingly no reason at all. Though this seems like they're doing it because of budget, they're actually doing it for a marketing reason. Many shows that have been canceled over the last few years have been brought back months or years later. Sometimes shows are canceled and they bought by Netflix in order for a better budget. It seems like Netflix cancels a show to test its fan base and to see if it's worth carrying on. Netflix can see the viewership amount on each show and probably each episode, but that isn't always the best depiction of if the show is doing well or not. Is the show being spoken about on social media? Are there TikToks about the show, etc.? They want people to know about the show and then watch it by spreading it around through socials. If they cancel a show, this means the fan base will become even more vocal and possibly want the show to return. What do you think? Let us know down below. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comments section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!